Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about my video project, which is an interview. And topic of my video project will be the effects of being third cultured, and um, it'll be focusing on on an interview of my family, a Filipino family specifically in growing in Thailand or um, being raised in Thailand. What is the purpose of my interview? Well, as being one of the third cultured kid, I would like to spread awareness about being third cultured, mainly focusing on the effects it has on a child and how to properly deal with the situation. I would also like to add of how to educate others about the pressure their children who are third cultured might face. What are the background information that I know about this certain field? Um, well, I generally know about the pressure and the lack of belongingness children feel. However, I would like to do this project as this project will focus on people who face the same situations as I do, because it is my family, and because of this project will also help me find out problems I didn't know I have that I'm currently facing, and I would and how to properly deal with such situations in, in certain situations that I might encounter in the further future. I would like to be realistic. This project will not really further the field of cross cultural studies, but it will add a perspective to the viewers, and how people should be considerate with dealing with third cultured children, because sometimes third cultured children aren't really treated well by people who are in the land where they are growing, by the people who by the people who are from the land that they're growing in, or from the people from whom they come from, because usually they disconnect from either side. What is my plan or methodology? Well, I plan on interviewing a family from the Philippines that's currently living in Thailand, and I would be interviewing them in accordance to my free time, and as well as their free time. And I would like to have the interview the child and children and the parents to have the different perspectives. And here are some of the questions that that will be in the interview. My first question would be, what is your role in the family? My second question would be, what do you think about raising or growing as a third culture child? So some of my questions will be um, will be changed slightly to for the child and for the parents. So my third question would be, what difficulties do you face having or as a third culture child? What are the pros and cons raising or growing as a third culture child? Um, Fifth question is, how did you prepare yourselves before traveling international lands? This question is mostly for the parents. Sixth question is, are the children forgetting their culture, or are you trying to remind their parental culture? How do you react? Seventh question is, how do you react to exposure of different cultures? Eighth question is, how much has changed to adapt to a new culture? And the last question, the ninth, what will you say to other third culture families or future third culture families? What is the significance of my interview? As mothers, and what's the purpose, or why do I think this? Why do I think someone would care for my interview or my video? Is that because as modernization occurs, people and families look to move abroad, sometimes for better opportunities or just a whim of the moment. People would usually try to go away from their hometown or from their home country. However, these families need to be aware about possible difficulties they might face and how they should probably deal with such situations. They should learn about what other families go through and research about the possible new culture these new families might move to. This will bring awareness of or education to the viewers, especially as they also may see how people who are um, currently going through through this phase of being third cultured, they would see they would see a news perspective, and understand get more aware and educated on how to prepare themselves, and how to properly deal with such situations. So this is my project. Thank you for listening.